Yo, what's up guys? Grobs with a quick video for you guys about crafting, basic crafting. We've had a lot of questions the last couple of days. I mean, there's a lot of new players in POE. This isn't the first video someone's made, but I've been asked a lot, so I thought, hey, let's make a little video about it. Should I use my currencies or should I save them and buy the gear I want? This is a question I get a lot. And then the next question is, what do these currencies do in POE 2? If you're from POE 1, you'll understand some of them. Some of them have changed though. I'm just going to go over it quickly. What I do and my idea about it. So compared to POE 1, in my opinion, currencies drop a lot more often, or at least the base currencies drop a lot more often. So I feel like you should use them on gear as you're leveling and even on bases that you really like or want when you're a bit further into the game and mapping and you might want some upgrades. Obviously, if you drop stuff like Divine Orbs or you drop lots of Exalts, even though they're pretty cheap now as well, I'd probably save some of them, buy some upgrades for your build if you're in Trade League. But let's just go over it. So for example, transmutes, augmentations, regals, fairly common. Super easy for us to vendor rare items to get regal orb shards, so we can have a lot of them. Alchemies, not as common, but still not very expensive. Chaos Orbs, relatively common, but not very expensive. Exalted Orbs, they're dropping heaps, so you might as well use them to hit at the right time, and I'll explain that in a second. Chance Orbs are a bit niche, but you can use them for fun. Val Orbs, same thing. So what I do is, if I'm playing a bow build like this, I see a quiver base I like on the ground, I'll pick it up. I don't care if it's whatever eye level, wherever I am. If I need an upgrade, straight away I'm going to transmute it. Transmute makes this normal item, this grey item or white item, into a blue item. Okay, it's given me crit damage. We're going to say, for argument's sake, this is a good line. It's something I want, which means we're going to augment it. Going to click it again. Awesome. I want some flat damage. Great. Obviously, if this is stuff you don't want, I would stop at this point. You just delete this item, move on, vendor it, look for a new base. But we're just, for the sake of this video, going to show you what I would do. Okay, these two lines are great. Yay. Let's regal orbit. I regal it. Wow, I got another flat damage. That's incredible. That's exactly what I want. Now, we're stuck with a 3-item rare. A 3 modifier rare item. Rare items can have 6 modifiers in Path of Exile. Obviously, you want to use as many modifiers as you can, because the more modifiers, generally the better if they're good modifiers. So what I would do at this point, if this is an item you want, take note, only if it's an item you're actually going to use. Don't waste your currency on items you aren't going to use past the augmentation stage. I would exalt this. I'm going to click it. I'm going to add a modifier. Okay, it's given me mana per killed. I don't care about that. I don't want this. So for me, this item is not worth another exalted orb. But this is the process you go through. The other thing you can do, let's say, for example, that the fire damage, the cold damage, and the crit damage rolls are perfect for me. And now I've rolled this mana line, and I'm like, damn, I wish that could change. You can gamble if you want. We can use a Chaos Orb, which randomly removes a modifier and augments a rare item with a new modifier. Just remember though, this is right now a 1 in 4 for us, but we're going to do it anyway. So we're going to click it. We're going to hope it removes that mana modifier. Okay, gave us fizz damage. We're going to do it again. It moved the mana and gave us more mana, but you get the idea. Now, let's say, for argument's sake, this item is now really good for us. You're happy with it, but you want to take another bit of a risk. You can Vial this item. What Vial does is it corrupts it. Corruptions have a lot of different outcomes. Some positive, some negative, some neutral. You got to take the chance. You click it. Okay, it bricked our item. That can happen, but obviously that's the risk you take. That's one example. The other example is if you have a lot of alchemy orbs and you just want to find a base, not too bad, and you're not interested with this transmute augmentation method, you can grab an Orb of Alchemy, which upgrades a normal rarity or a white item to a rare with 4 modifiers. Grab a base, click it. Hey, this one's, not too bad. If it's not too bad, you want more modifiers, you go back to the Exalt method. I'm obviously not going to spend Exalts on this right now, but I just thought I'd show you the idea here. So obviously, here's another example. This ring I bought. It's a good ring. Everything on it I want so far, but it's got two more slots. Because I've paid, say, 2 Exalt for it, not very expensive, but it's already really good. There's no risk for me to spend 2 Exalts slamming it. Great. We got another resistance. Became a really good ring. We got one more. Look at that. So, I mean, obviously this is a bit of a niche example because this ring has now become really high res and really good. But you get the idea. Some things are worth exalting. Some things you're going to leave at the point where you've transmuted and augured at once. Some things you're going to regal and then you're going to go, okay, it's only got 3 modifiers and I'm not going to exalt it because it's not good enough. And then some things are going to be really strong like this and you might even file them at some point for better implicits. The only other example I can show, and we're just quickly going to go to a town for it, is if you are gambling for bases. So the chance orb in this game is a little bit different to the chance orb in POE 1. It's pseudo the same, but it's a little bit different. Let's just grab any white item. Hello? Surely someone's got one for us. Surely. There we go. No, this is the gamble guy. That's my fault. No shot. No shot, there isn't one. Okay, anyway, I'm not going to show you guys, but what this does is it, like it says, unpredictably upgrades a normal item to a unique rarity or destroys it. So what this means is, let's say, for example, there's a chase item you really want, and at the moment, I don't know what people really want. There's a few belts, but let's just go from POE 1 rules. People want headhunters or mage bloods. In this game, if you want a headhunter, for example, you can grab the base of the belt that it is, and I think it's heavy belt in this. It's not leather like in POE 1, and you can spam chance orbs on a lot of those bases. So you can put them on your filter, or you can just grab them off the ground. You can spam chance orbs, and you can hope. The nice thing is in this game, it either becomes unique or it's destroyed. You don't have to scour and chance non-stop, which is something we had to do in POE 1. But that's pretty much what I do with my currencies. I've just spent a lot, so I don't have very much at the moment. I've bought some expensive gear, but the only other thing to note is when you're leveling and when you're spending your currencies, it's a really good idea to use your armor scraps and your whetstones. It just gives you extra damage on your gear. Sockets from Artificer's orbs make a huge difference. Like you can see on this bow, for example, I've put 1 to 20 lightning damage on this bow, which is a lot of flat damage at a low level. I would use my currency except for the very expensive things like divines while I'm leveling. Exalts aren't that difficult to obtain. But once again, don't spam exalts on items that aren't worth it. You can spend a couple of exalts for huge upgrades. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all I wanted to show you guys. I hope you guys are enjoying POE 2. If any of these videos have helped you, please give it a thumbs up, like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments below if there's anything else you want me to explain. I'm obviously not going as in-depth as some other streamers do. They make really in-depth videos. I just like to explain it simply and easily for new players to understand. I appreciate you guys. Thank you very much for being here. Have a good one.